But there is one ingredient I do not possess. The blazing blood of the firefly that lives in the most dreaded of thickets. Travel I shall to Arkali, to sit on her doorstep, until you bring me 7 flames that flit and fly. Then I make you a fire jewel, and together we go talk to this bride of foolish silk.
I'm surprised that she's still alive.
Greetings.
And not just trapped in the other form, permanently.
Poor Silk. Like so many before him, Silk succumbed to a most insidious disease. Ambition. That craving for greatness.
I mean to click away.
Poor Silk. Like so many before him, Silk succumbed to a most insidious disease. Ambition. That craving for greatness. An irresistible compulsion to leave one's mark on the world. There's another name for marks like that. Scars. Keep your wits about you.
Go with courage.
She's nothing to say on any of this. And we'll move on. There's a bit of it. Again, I don't like how I end up winning this. It's annoying to me. I don't want to just beat him through attrition. I just keep fucking up, basically. And, well, yeah, I keep fucking up. And I do recognize that. I'll try and get better. Though saying that, and I remember on when I was doing the final boss in Act 4, the Nightmare, Malgaro. I can't remember the guy's name. He escaped me. Malachi. Some of his moves were cheap. I just couldn't get a pattern to this. Everything happened very quickly. So I'm just like a scattered panic, basically. That's typically my set, you know, well, not expression, but set thing, scattered panic. It's just my set emotion. There we go. Oh, I can climb up this way. I can't connect to achievement server. Oh, that's great. A parapet shakes beneath a billowing sky. Forest bear beast. Huh, we go straight to the Sarn encampment. That's nice. Actually, we did that the first time, didn't we? Alright. And here's, yeah, more Undying. 55. Carrying minions. Hairy click. That sounds like a euphemism. You want to see my hairy click. Let's see, it still spawns minions. This extra physical damage.
I am no beast of
Huh. And once once that dies, they turn hostile. As per norm. Wait, what? I wasn't paying attention. For a moment I thought I saw a goat man out of the corner of my eye. I was just wondering what was over here. We'll just continue. Azure Shrieker. I don't care. How many plenty of these named enemies? Or, you know, generic named enemies. Not the unique ones. Sand Weavers. May inflict bleeding, resist light. They're assholes. Well, that's a lot of these guys. Get rid of these bleeds. Oh. There's a Vol place over this way. Not Vol, whatever this is called. Totems! Shit. I can't remember what this faction's called. My mind is completely blanked. These better be irrelevant totems. Oh, I need someone in the backup. These beasties are burly. Oh, Christ, I should have had that up early. Should have put that back up. I actually put some StarCraft and paused the music at one stage. Forgot to unpause it. It was actually quite annoying. So yeah, I end up doing an entire mission, like 8 episodes with no music. Oh God. 3. Great. Damn ghost made this harder, and we have to face this spider again. Storm cultist script. Level 56.
I am no beast of burden.
Let's have a look at these. I'm not sure. Not sure if it'll be an improvement. Then again, it might be an improvement for my guy. Nah, I'll hold off. Evolve Spark. And continuously launch unpredictable sparks in all directions that move randomly to a hidden enemy or expire. Effectiveness of added damage. Alright. I've already read that. Read that many a time, I have a feeling. Further on we go. Feeling we should, there we go. So feeling the entrance will be along the wall. We're now on the ramparts, as the name of this area is. The Sarn ramparts. It makes sense we'd actually get onto them. Gristle Roar. Alright. Heralds of the Obelisk. Christ. You must die. Bloody hell. Okay, I think I did that okay. Hit it. Fucking Ice Novas. Well, that looks cool. Do. Alright. Nice to be back in Sarn. But I wonder if we'll see that pirate again. Or, find out more details, find out what happened with him, Then again, maybe we've seen all that there is to see. Still, he made one comeback. He might get another. I'll have to wait and see. Then again, wasn't the hag drawn to the suffering of the cataclysm, and that guy did try and inflict enough suffering on himself to res himself. So maybe he will be tied in with that. Then again, there's the whole cataclysm thing and all that, so that might have her attention. Tortured Embezzler. You have a fantastic helmet, my good sir. I'm sorry, but I just simply must have that. And of course he doesn't have it. But that statue had a fantastic axe. This tower shield might actually be better than what it currently has. Oh, 16 maximum life, 8 armor, 16 increased armor, 81 to maximum life, 13 to fire resist, 19 to 8 lightning resist, 5 life, gain 1 blocked, and 8% increased stun. Yeah, sure, we'll give it to it. Hope it's better. Hope. Hope beyond hope. And into the encampment we go. Seems it's done by boat. This mist is ominous. People are still around. Oh.
Dodry Darktongue is the insidious infection that threatens to make septic the great and terrible wound that is Sarn. However, any certainty that I had as to her exact whereabouts has been sundered by the sheer stench of her presence. We shall have to deduce her location from those who know the area best. These locals that cling to Sarn like hungry maggots.
We're gonna have to listen to that again now in a second, because I got distracted by this. Wait, that's Tolman? I thought he was dead.
Dodry Darktongue is the insidious infection that threatens to make septic the great and terrible
What does
wound
septic mean
that
again?
is Sarn.
It's not good, I know.
However, any certainty that I had as to her exact whereabouts has been sundered by the sheer stench of her presence. We shall have to deduce her location from those who know the area best. These locals that cling to Sarn like hungry maggots.
I'm puzzled and confused.
Sarn is changing, and so are we who live here. There, Tolman. Don't you worry. I love you. I'll think of something.
Where's the guy that was here, the poet? Damn it.
My heart aches for Grigor. I know the battle in which he is engaged. It's like my own. A fight to make sense of life in a land that deems life to be worthless. I don't know where he's gone, but I do know he's looking to find himself. His true self. As we all must do in our own time.
That's not good. I'm sure there's a few gods crawling around here. They might have gone their claws at him. Same might the Darktongue. These wisps around here aren't a good look. Nor is this mist.
You told me Tolman was gone. You were wrong. I found him. No, Tolman, I never gave up on you. His soul remains, flickering deep down inside. Oh, Tolman, I know you're in pain, but it'll be over soon, I promise.
He's giving him a seat. This... Yeah, this doesn't look good. You know, this whole thing. You know? I think he's just after resurrecting. Maybe he's like one of the random zombies you find in Raycast. You know? They just slapped him in shackles and he's just docile right now. We'll have to wait and see. I'm probably wrong, but you never know.
By all accounts, Tarkus Veruso was a ruthless despot. A man to rival even the likes of Dominus. Yet his heart of stone contained one precious theme. His love for his wife, Kiara. So when the poor young woman died giving birth to Veruso's son, Kaskaro, the grieving emperor threw aside his great convictions and placed his last hope in thaumaturgy, in the Ankh of eternity. Perhaps it was shame that drove Tarkus to lock the Ankh away, to steal such hopes from his descendants. It was he who had asked his people to turn their backs on the ancient arts. So what right had he to enjoy that which he forbade? Love gave him that right.
She presumably wants the Ankh.
As I understand it, the Ankh of Eternity was somehow able to return the dead to the full bloom of life. There was nothing necromantic about it. Rather,
That's
it was a source of true
horror movie of sorts.
resurrection. How it came to exist, I honestly don't know. A couple of inscriptions
Oh, that's it.
treated the Ankh as some sort of gift to Veruso from the Val. But surely the Val were long gone by Veruso's time,
Not if they're using it.
weren't they? No matter. Despite the vagaries of the Ankh's origins, Veruso used the Ankh to return his young wife from the deathbed to the wedding bed. The accounts are unanimous on that point. As it was for Veruso's love, so shall it be for mine.
I don't see that working out well. She doesn't sell any of the other things. I wonder where Gregor is.
Good to see you're still soldiering on. With all these gods and past horrors wandering around Sarn, I don't assume anyone's alive and kicking these days.
Even normal
It's Sarn
raycasts for
wasn't bad
assumption.
enough. Now we've got some whip-tongued hag cooking up a stinking curse in the sewers. Took it from a mother-in-law at first. But no, based on my meagre historical knowledge, I reckon we have a certain Dodry dark tongue to contend with. Where in blazes is she hiding? I've no idea. So, the only way we're going to catch this witch is by getting our hands, and possibly a lot more, well and truly dirty. And by we, I mean you, of course. The sewers are no place for a simple businessman like me. Do us a favour. Head into them sewers and track that old hag down. Get her to reveal herself, and put her down. Ha! Better your eyes than mine.
And here I thought he loved the sewers. Isn't that how he escaped, got a guy out before?
Quite the pretty pair, aren't they? Yeah, it's pretty bloody disturbing. That girl was once the sweetest lass I could name. Nowadays she's barking as batshite over that living corpse of hers. All it would take is a
Sweet.
quick hard bash with a rock, and Tolman would no longer be a problem. Tempting, don't you think? Grigor left without a single word to me, rude bugger. But I suspect his poetic soul has been drawn back home to Izmir. A long journey, but a trip worth taking to find solace among one's own people. Of course, they'll get quite the shock when they see him. Let's hope familial love is as nearsighted as they say. There are the fine tales Grigor will be able to tell them, of course. Come to think of it, now that Dominus has been knocked off his perch, there's nothing to stop the Izamites from learning a thing or two from Grigor's story. They might even consider invading this jewel and raid-class tarnished crown. I certainly hope they have just such an eye for opportunity. A man could make a tidy sum helping said invaders navigate Sarn, and it's many as
Always looking out for number one.
Nice, eh?
Good to see you in Sarn once again. I wish that we could be greeting under fairer skies, yet this city remains clouded in strife. Lunaris, eternal goddess of the moon, and her sister Solaris of the sun have risen to reclaim what was once their own. Siblings equal in strength, mighty twin rivers converging, sweeping all before them. We are cornered animals, awaiting the deluge that will surely drown us. Yet, there exists a pair of ancient treasures, the Sun Orb and the Moon Orb. They are our hope, our desperation.
I see two orbs, alright, yes.
Grigor is the butterfly that has lost its wings to a cruel child, and this place of respite has become a cage for his pain, a breeding ground of bad memory. We spoke, and Grigor shared his resolve with me. He can no longer live with the torment that piety has injected into his heart. Like the warrior poet he is, Grigor has ventured into the unknown to find a cure for his body and mind, or die in the attempt.
Fair enough, I guess.
The dead do not love the living, and the living cannot love the dead. People fear what they do not understand. I understand Clarissa. I am not frightened of her. I am frightened for her. They walked our earth in the times of great strife, cruel and hideous shadows, cast against the clay wall of ruined of old. Thaumaturge Malachi